योऽहन्तः परिश्रमवाचं मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः विहित्तिश्चाविवृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ईशावास्यमिदं समस्तभुवनं त्यक्त्वार्थगेहादिकं ब्रह्मण्येव मुमुक्षुणा नवरतं निष्ठाविधेयात्मनि अर्हत्वाय तत्र कर्मविहितं
कार्यं पुरा निष्फलम्
विद्वानित्थमुपाचरन्
हि भजते निर्लेपात्मेश्वरम्.
So we are looking at the commentary of this verse, and up to first half of the verse we have covered the commentary. In the last class we ended with the long paragraph on page 4. Tasmat mumukshuna mokshakamina arthagehadikam tyaktva sarvam sanyasya anavaratam sarvada brahmanyeva satye vastuni nishtha sthitihi videya kartavya. So this is where we ended in the last class. Tasmat mumukshuna. So tasmat always means because of the arguments that were adduced before, based on the reasoning that was presented before. Tasmat, therefore, mumukshuna moksha kamina. Mumukshuna moksha kamina. Arthagehadikam tyaktva sarvam sanyasya. Anavaratam sarvada brahmanyeva satye vastuni nishtha sthitihi videya kartavya. So this essentially means if you want to get yourself free, okay, moksha kamina, if you are a moksha kami, if that desire in you has to be fulfilled, then he says arthagehadikam tyaktva sarvam sanyasya. Arthagehadikam, etc., etc. Sarvam tyaktva, having dropped. Sanyasya. Anavaratam sarvada brahmanyeva satye vastuni nishtha. Anavaratam itukto sarvada, without gap. Satye vastuni nishtha sthitihi videya kartavya. First, let us see whether this is ever possible. Sarvada brahmani nishtha. The word nishtha is a very interesting word. In Bhagavad Gita, many places it comes. Tapo nishthaha, dan nishthaha, karma nishthaha. Tapo nishthaha. So tapasi nishtha yasya saha tapo nishthaha. So nishtha, what does nishtha mean? There is one person called nishtha. Nishtha basically here he has translated as sthiti, synonym. Nishchayena nitaram sthiti. Stha, ni is the upasarga and stha is the dhatu. Stha. So stha is basically remaining in something. Stha dhatu. So ekatraiva sthitihi. Dridhaya bhavanaya ekatraiva sthitihi. That is what is called nishtha. Okay. So my father used to say, example for nishtha. So we have seen some of these boys so committed to seeing that cricket. So he said, see the nishtha that they have. If you want to understand nishtha, you have to see these boys. So you will not know what is happening around. They will not know. Okay. So there is a saying in Tamil. Vaayila kosu punda kuda theriyadu. Even if the fly gets into the mouth, that fellow will not know. That is what is nishtha he used to say. So nitaram sthiti. That nishtha is basically, okay. In fact, we have we have this beautiful verse, Bhagavad Gita. Tadbuddhayastadaatmanaha tannishthaastatparayanaha gacchantya punaravrittim jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. He is explaining that. See, essentially, that is what is being stated here. Tadbuddhayaha tadatmanaha tannishtaha. So here the previous discussion was primarily with reference to jnana. Tadbuddhayaha, essentially Brahman. Okay. Tadbuddhayaha, tadbuddhihi, pratham vigraha. Tasminneva buddhihi yashante tadbuddhayaha. Tasminneva buddhihi, tadbuddhihi. Tadatmanaha tannishtaha. It looks as if, he is taking us from step to step, which will be a little more difficult. Tannishtha is a little more difficult. Tadbuddhayaha. Buddhihi can be on even the external things. Suppose you want to achieve something. Always that thing will be running in your mind. Understand? Suppose you have to complete your thesis. Whether you are eating, whether you are taking bath. So always it will be, that will be, somehow I have to complete. Tad buddhihi means you have kept some target. That could be external thing. Okay. So achieving something. So how do I solve this problem? How do I break down this problem? So this is all tad buddhihi. Tadeva buddhihi. Tad buddhihi. So mind is fixed to something. Okay. Tad buddhihi. So this tad buddhi will become tadatma. See, tadatmanaha. Okay. In fact, there is a saying, yad bhavaha tad bhavati. Tad buddhayas tadatmanaha. Then goes tannishtaha. In fact, tannishtha means basically a certain agraha, abhinivesa. So this tannishtha is, even if you try to forcefully withdraw them, it is not possible. That is what is called nishtha. Nishtha is little more stronger word. Okay? Abhinivesaha, agraha. So that is what is nishtha. Tad buddhayaha. You can distract, otherwise it is possible. Okay. So then tadatmana. See, tadatmanaha is also very important. Here in this context, so what you need to understand is tad buddhihi tadatma. Tadatma means, so here the context is Brahman there. In fact, that is what is here also. So tad buddhayaha means, so these external things, tad buddhihi can be easily shifted. Okay. Okay, you are always thinking of. So there are various people who are wedded to various things. So you can sort of move away from them. Tad buddhayaha, tadatmanaha. So tadatmanaha. So here basically, so normally we consider this anatma to be atma. Okay, so we consider anatma to be atma. Anatma to be atma means, so you may feel that I am too short, I have to wear a heels. I am too dark, I have to use a cream. So tadatma means this dehe atma buddhi. Okay. Even this, it can be abhimana in deha, it can be abhimana in desha. Okay. It can be abhimana in one's own buddhi. I am a dullard. Even if he teaches me 3 times, I don't understand. So this can be abhimana of the karyakarana sanghata. Okay, tad buddhi can be externally something, some program, etc. So tadatmanaha means anatmani atma buddhi. That should be dropped. That is what is being stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Tat shabdena brahma. Tad buddhayaha tadatmanaha. Then they will become tannishthaha. It's progress. Tannishthaha. And finally, tatparayanaha. Tadeva paramam ayanam. Means you set that to be the goal. All other things just drop. Tannisthas tatparayanaha. So only those people gachanti apunara vrittim jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. For those people, see, if you have that, so Sadashiva Brahmendra, etc., Ramana Maharishi and so on, jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. Kalmasha is any kind of papa by an activity. Okay. So jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. This jnana will actually make them perform only those things and all the sins will be removed. Jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. So that is what he is trying to convey here. So arthagehadikam tyaktva. Initially, arthageheshu buddhi. Understand? That's what I was trying to say. Tad buddhayaha means, so you set the target that I have to get a house in Honolulu, Hawaii. Okay, and I have to get, so that is your target. So you will focus all your, so arthe, gehe, tadatmana. Okay, tannishthaha, tatparayanaha. So here he is saying, so all those things cannot relieve you. Okay? That is why mumukshuna, moksha kamina. So what does that do? That only ties you more and more. Okay? That only binds you more and more. So if you are a mumukshu, then you have to sort of sannyasya. Okay? So be happy with what you have and then engage in this. So that is what he is trying to convey, moksha. That's why we have this. The nice shloka in Viveka Chudamani also. Sharira poshanarthi san ya atmanam didrikshate graham darudhiya dhrutva nadim tartum saichhati. So Sharira poshanarthi san. Poshanarthi is a beautiful usage. Sharira poshanameva sheelam means that is the primary purpose. Sheelam means always thinking. Okay, Sharira poshanarthi. There is a one relative of mine. He will always be planning. Okay, so what is to be done repeatedly? So what is to be done for Tiffin tomorrow? What is to be done for day after? What is to be done? So you will always plan again and again. So Sharira poshanarthi. So that is a lot of program. You just, so you just ask, what are you planning? What are you planning? So she will get annoyed. Always you keep talking this. Okay? So, Sharira Poshanarthi Sannu, that is what a Sheelam means. It cannot be the characteristic. I mean, if you have a program organized, then what has to be organized for lunch, what has to be done. That is all fine. Sharira Poshanarthi Sannu. So, if that fellow is like this, Ya Atmanam Didrikshate, he wants to understand, who am I? So if you are a Sharira Poshanarthi, then he is Graham Darudhiya Dhrutva. Grahaha ityuktau. Grahaha. Grahaha. Nyayate va? Makaraha. See. Makaraha. Grahaha. See, like this Danti. Like this. This is a special word. So Danti means elephant. We are also Dantis. Anyone who has Danta can be described as Danti. But that is some special. Similarly, Grahaha means something which has the ability to grab. This crocodile, if it grabs, it is absolutely impossible for you to take out anything. Therefore, it is called Graha, one of the names. Graham Darudhiya Dhrutva. Daru means not this Daru. Local. Daru means wood. Log. So this fellow thought crocodile to be log and then got locked to it, thinking that he will cross the river. Graham Darudhiya Dhrutva Nadim Tartum Saichati. So this fellow wants to cross the water by holding to a crocodile, thinking that it is a piece of wood. So similarly, Sharira Poshanarthi, it is not possible. That is why he is just saying Atmagehadikam Tyaktva. It doesn't mean that you should run away. You should not get too much attached to that. If some event happens, it happens. What are we to do? See, our intent, if it is clear, there is no need to worry about that. So this was the purpose. So something else happened. So what am I to do? No need to unnecessarily put burden. That is what is sannyasya. Adi means all that. Okay. So anything that is belonging to the deha domain or external domain. Okay. So this is sarvam sanyasya anavaratam sarvada brahmanyeva satye vastuni nishtha. Anavaratam, see, that is something which has to be understood. We had a beautiful verse there. Anavaratam, how is it possible? In Shatashloki, if you remember, the definition of mumukshu. I had memorized it long back. Let me come, I'll tell you. Atmam bodhistarangosmyahamiti gamana ahamiti gamane Bhavayan asanasthaha sambit sutran vidho manirahamiti vasmindriyartha pratitau. There are two pathas. Drishtosmyatma valokat Iti Shayana Vidho Magna Ananda Sindho Antarnishtho Mukshu Sakhalu Tanubhatam Yonayat Yeva Mayuhu. He is to be considered as Mumukshu. And here, this is a beautiful message that is being conveyed by the Guru to the Shishya. That is when I memorized this verse. Other Sadashloki verses I may not remember. See, long back I happened to read this. See, this came as an article somewhere in one of the magazines. As if the senior pontiff in the Sringeri Matha, okay, was trying to create a context to teach his disciple how he has to be as a mumukshu, as a sannyasi. So there was a context which was created by him, and then he narrates this shloka to the Shishya. The context is like this. So the Sringeri you have to cross after Mandira Darshanam. So this, you see that Vidya Shankara, and then you go to the other side where this Sannidhanam Mathadipati's live. So one day, this young person who was inducted into sannyasa, he just came back after doing Mandira Darshan. Okay. So then the senior pontiff, he asked, "What did you see while coming?" He was just asking this question. He was puzzled. So why is this being asked? What did I see? Anything that came to my eyesight, he saw. He cannot give this answer. That is meaningless, right? So he knows Guru does not ask a question as simple, as silly as this. Nowadays, the students may say, "Enna kelvi? What is this?" That you are asking. Enna kelvi? So here, so he was said, he was just keeping quiet. Then he said, this sloka he quotes. It is not necessary for us to necessarily see all things that are on the way, and we don't also. Many a time we don't see also, but we have to understand this. But here he is just saying, whatever be your activity, whether you are seeing or hearing, etc., even in those activities you will be able to have this Atmanusandhana. That is why I am just bringing this. He is saying, Anavaratam Sarvada. How is it possible? Anavaratam Brahmani Drishtihi. So he just basically classifies, highlights some 3-4 activities here. The first activity is when you are generally aware of. So one is action. You keep moving. See, there can be a question. You are saying, everywhere Brahmadrishti, how is it possible? Now I am leaving today Mumbai. Okay, tomorrow I will be in Lucknow. Okay. So how do I see that there is only one thing? I am moving. I am moving from place to place. How can there be Atma Drishti, Ekatva Drishti? So there he gives this example. Atmam bodhistarangosmyaham iti gamane. Gamane means when you are moving in motion. So he gives this beautiful simile of the tides in the ocean. Understand? Gamane, your motion is like this man. So you may be moving up and down from place to place. Even then, you can visualize to be a part of that Brahman alone. So that wave is still not different from ocean. Atmam bodhistarangosmyaham iti gamane. I am just being carried. Bhavayan asanasthaha samvit sutranuviddhaha. Asanasthaha, when you are just sitting in one place, how do I see a part of that? So there he gives this example, samvit sutranuviddhaha. Samvit means jnana. Samvit sutranuviddhaha mani. So here, a mani which is being tied to a necklace cannot move. So similarly, samvit sutranuviddhaha manihi. Samvit sutranuviddho. In fact, we have this, no? In fact, Krishna himself gives the example. That is why Bhagavad Pada gives it. Mayi sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Samvit sutranuviddho manirahamiti va. Asmi indriyartha pratitau drishtosmyatmavalokat. Indriyartha pratitau. In fact, I am just reminded of some very senior person. There is one person, another person who used to be called Anna. This is Ramakrishna Matham. There was one person. Once I went to some competition and I was coming back. So there's some chapter I don't now remember. The chapter had this. So he was asking me, like this Guru Shishya, it just came to my mind. I was schoolboy. My father brought me. So we came along that road. So he just said, so why don't we go and take his blessing? Now that you have participated in the competition, you have got this Bhagavad Gita recitation prize. So we went there. Then he was asking me, so there is one important verse in this Bhagavad Gita. What is it that you consider most important in this chapter? I don't remember that. I remember that now. Anyway, you can locate. See that you're saying. He was saying this. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyache. Where does it occur? It is essentially same thing. See, what does that say? Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhyacha. So this term yuddha cannot be taken as yuddha there. Understand? So yuddha is, so you face various situations in life. You face various situations which sound to be very, very difficult to overcome. So then he says, Mamanusmara. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. At the beginning of the work, you think of me. Even as you keep doing, think of me. Okay, by your grace, let it get completed. It got completed, it became successful. By your grace, it became successful. So some failure was there. Okay, your chitta was like this. Okay, fine. He was saying, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. He was just telling that, see, now you went to the competition, you got the prize. Suppose you had not got the prize. Then also you should be the same. So that is what he was just saying. Before going to, you think of me. Okay? If you performed well, you think that it was his grace. If it was success, you think it is grace. If it was a failure, you think it was his blessing. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha. So that was a very important message. See, I could not realize then what he was saying. I could not really appreciate that. Now that it came to my mind, I realized. So the enormous potential that it has in trying to save you from depression, in trying to save you from jumping up and down, okay, because of success. So all this is sort of taken care by this simple sentence. There are various such lines, so which the import is essentially say. So here, this mumukshu particularly is saying, Atmam bodhistarangosmyahamiti gamane. So these kind of things, if they run as you keep moving, even the unnecessary sights need not even bother you. Okay? Atmam bodhistarangosmyahamiti gamane bhavayan asanasthaha samvit sutram viddho manihi indriyartha pratitau drishtos vyatmavalokat. Indriyartha pratitau drishtaha is saying. This is a very, very important statement. I will not elaborate, so you can go there. So indriyartha pratitau means when through a sense organ a kind of cognition arises in your mind. So this is one thing. So there are two kinds of jnana. One is swaswarupam jnana, the other is vrittijanyam jnana. Okay? So indriyartha pratitau drishtaha. Katham aham drishtaha syam? Aham drashta khalu. So it is this bhavana that will help you. So this bhavana tannishtaha tadatmanaha. So all this will help. Indriyartha pratito drishtosmyatmavalokat. So it is essentially the manifestation of that Brahman, which is Chaitanya Rupa, in various forms. Therefore, aham drishtaha drashtacha. So this is, from a viewpoint you are drashta, from a viewpoint you are drishtaha. Drishtosmyatmavalokat iti. In fact, it is through this only Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthita Maha Deepa Prabha Bhaswaram. So through this it goes, the Chaitanya goes. Iti Shayana Vidhau Magna Ananda Sindhau. In fact, Pratibodha Viditam Matam. You understand? In Kena Upanishad we have this. Pratibodha Viditam. Bodham Bodham Prati Ayameva Viditaha. Drishtaha. Atmavalokat iti Shayana Vidhau. Magna Ananda Sindhau. Shayana Vidhau. When you are sleeping. Magna Ananda Sindhau. This Brahman is described as Anando Brahmeti Vedanat. May you know. So Shayana Vidhau. Aham Ananda Sindhau Magnaha. I was immersed in the Ananda Sindhu. This is how you have to think. So the one who is able to practice himself and discipline himself to look things in this way, he is mumukshu. Antarnishtho mumukshu. That is what he is saying. Mumukshuna mokshakamina anavaratam sarvada brahmanyeva vastuni nishtha sthitihi vidheya kartavya. Then he says, Katham brahmani parokshe nishtha vidhatum shakyate ityataha aha atmani iti ayamatma brahmeti shrutehe iti bhavaha. Kosau Kosauatmeti ched swameveti vidhi Atma shabdo hi swameva bhakti evam atmatvadeva brahma aparoksham Yat sakshad aparokshad brahma iti shrute. See here, he is asking this question, Katham brahmani parokshe nishtha vidhatum shakyate. This question seems to be little loaded. Parokshe brahmani. This Brahman is described by the adjective paroksha. So paroksha means the one which is not accessible to my indriyas. Aksha means the sense organs. So paroksha is the one who is not accessible to the sense organs. So if you say nishtha on something, then that should be first accessible to me. Nishtha is a firm commitment to something. And this commitment, so artha nishtha, dhan nishtha, vidya nishtha, that which is achievable to me. Now this is something which is not even available for me to conceive of what it is. This Brahman that you are describing, adreshyam, agrahyam, agotram, avarnam, achakshushrotam, tadapani padam, nityam vidhum sarvagatam susukshmam. So it is not even available for me. Paroksha, tatra nishtha. So is something which seems to be absolutely not possible. So I need to first of all understand what it is, then I can think of. So somewhere something you are just describing. Ashabdamasparishamarupam avyayam tatha arasam nityamagandhavachayat. So how do I see? So then he says, no. That brahmani ityuktau atmani. Ayamatma brahma. Oh my dear Shishya, I am not saying, talking about some paroksha entity. Okay? So pratyaksha. Okay. Aparoksha, in fact I should say. Aparoksha. So pratyaksha generally means, so we usually think of that which is available to sense organs. Okay? So that is what we generally, because this Nayayikas they will say Indriyartha Sannikarisham Jinyam Jnanam Pratyaksham. Okay? So in order to distinguish from that, the Shruti uses the word Aparoksha. Okay? Okay. Aparoksha. So Yat Sakshad Aparokshad Brahma, that is where he is trying to end here this para. See, Ayamatma Brahma. The Shruti says Prajnanam Brahma, Ayamatma Brahma. There are various vakyas. This is coming, I think, in Om Ityetadaksharamitagnam sarvam tasyopo vyakhyanam bhutam bhavad bhavishyadidi sarvam omkara eva yachanyat vikalatitam tadapyonkara eva sarvagrihyetad brahma ayamatma brahma. This is Mandukyam. See, sarvagrihyetad brahma ayamatma brahma soyamatma cha dushpat. So ayamatma brahmeti shrutehe iti bhavaha koso atmeti chet swameveti vidhi. So this is also little difficult to understand. Koso atma he is asking. Swameva is the answer. Because we always have this problem of swam to be a limited entity. What is limited is this dehadyavachinnam chaitanyam is limited. But chaitanyam is not limited. It is like this akasha. Akasha limited means by some limiting agent it is limited. Once the limiting agent is dropped, it is unlimited. Similarly, this chaitanyam is unlimited. This swam is a notion that we generally have, so with reference to something which belongs to us, something, this even the sharira, okay, is considered as a belonging, but we don't consider it so. So like this laptop, you can throw. That belongingness you can dispense away with. But with hand, foot, etc., it is not possible for us. Okay. But once this bhavana goes, dridha bhavana, kaik valichi valicha potom. That is what people will say. Okay. So ayamatma brahma koso atmeti chet swayameveti vidhi. Vidhi means jnanihi. Okay, we know. Ayamatmeti vidhi. Atma shabdo hi swameva bhakti. So this is in this context. In fact, this Atma shabda is one shabda which has several meanings in several contexts. In fact, there is a sutra in the fifth adhikaranam. It is called Ikshatyadhikaranam. Tannishthasya mokshopadeshat is the sutra, Brahma Sutra. There, this Atma can mean Pradhana also. So that is the argument. So Atma can mean various things. So Atma can mean this Pradhana also. Because it is through this the entire Jagat came. That is how they describe this Prakriti. Okay. But then the Sutra says, no, that is not possible. The Sutra was quoted only in the context of this Atma Shabda. So the objection is taken that way to mean Pradhana. So Atma Shabda can mean, but the primary sense of this Atman, Brahman is also referred to as Atman, but primarily when you use this Swameva Bhakti, Swameva Bhakti means not this Dehadi Sanghata, but through which the Dehadi Sanghata is functioning. Atma Shabdaha Swameva Bhakti Evam Atmatvadeva Brahma Aparoksham. So it is for this reason Aparoksham. Ayamatma Brahma. So these various Shrutis he is having in mind. Yat Sakshad Aparokshad Brahma iti Shrute. This is a very interesting quotation that he has given. Maybe it requires a little elaboration, but we can perhaps take it up in the next class. So then the next argument goes, Naja mumuksho samsarinaha jivasya katham brahma bhedaha iti vachyam. Mumukshu, you are saying, mumukshu means he is not already mukta. Fellow who wants to get relieved, right? Mumukshu. The mumukshu is anyway samsari by definition. If he is not a samsari, why is he going to be mumukshu? Okay? Mumukshoho samsarinaha jivasya katham brahma bhedaha. How can you say that these two are one and the same? Iti navachyam samsarasya upadhikatattvad nirupadhikasya atmanaha brahmatvacha. It is 6:15, so I think we will stop here. So we will continue in the next class. We may have to even bypass the discussion. Saturday we may not have, because I will not be back by that. Next Thursday we will have the next class. I think we will stop here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve Pisikhinas Santu Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhak Bhavet. Om